All right, today we are going to interview Lori Reed and her awesome thoroughbred Wilson. We're here at our barn, Hardy and Robin Brown at Cheney Briar Stables. And Lori's going to talk a little bit about Wilson and his anhydrosis history. So Lori, can you tell us how long you've owned Wilson?
Yeah, I got Wilson in 2006, and it was towards the end of the summer, so we really didn't know what kind of problems we might have. And he had been in South Carolina since August of that year. He was shipped down from New York. He is a rescue. And we've done a lot of stuff. I started doing natural horsemanship with him. And we had gone to the Biltmore estate up in North Carolina in Asheville to do a weekend clinic. And the third day we were there, I noticed he was breathing pretty heavy. Now at that time, this was September of that year. So we checked his temperature, and his temperature was like 102.4. And I got kind of freaked out because I wasn't sure what was going on, and I'm a worrywart. So we just cooled him and kind of took it easy the next day, and then we came back home, and I called my vet out, and Dr. Millard came and looked at him, and he felt like he was probably suffering from some non-sweating issues. But by that time, like I said, it was late September, so we really couldn't tell for sure other than the heavy breathing. So he gave him an injection of ACTH then, and he started sweating a little bit, and then we went into winter, and so we really couldn't tell much of what was going on. So 2008, that summer, he just kind of started not looking so great and was having a lot of skin issues, lots of allergies. A mosquito could just fly by him and he would get a welt and break out in hives.
And what was he eating then? Do you remember?
I think back then he was on a regular commercial grade feed, beef pulp, which, you know, nobody says is really bad for him, but he just wasn't looking good. I had him on spirulina, we did flaxseed, we did all kinds of stuff. So the following summer, the barn manager, Hardy, called me up one day and he said, "You got to come do something with your horse. He looks horrible." And this was like the middle of July. And I came out and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And it was like practically overnight. He had gone, his coat faded out. He had rain rot all over his croup area. He was orange. His hair just looked horrible. He just looked bad. And so I heard about a food then that some friends had been on that was a non-commercial, you know, it wasn't a Purina, it wasn't
A grain at all.
It was a non-grain food. And so I said, that's fine, we're going to switch him, because obviously what we were doing wasn't working for him. And so we switched over, and he was on that food for about a year or so, and he really kind of started looking good. His coat started coming back, the rain rot went away, his allergy issues improved dramatically. But he still just wasn't quite right. That second summer, after switching off of the commercial grains, I thought that he was going to die. We had several days where he was panting in the rate of 60s. His temperature was up to 104. Hardy was having to drape cold towels over him. He just didn't look good.
So he was still suffering from non-sweating.
Yeah, he was still having the non-sweating issues. And so we were using 1AC. I spent a lot of money that summer on a lot of different supplements and stuff to try to do something for him. Beer, we've done it all. And so finally, you know, we started looking for some more alternatives for feed, and a wonderful friend of ours who searched high and low found the CoolStance, and we liked the name Cool because we thought, oh, well, that, you know, that's got to have something to it. And so, let me get on. So we switched the horses to CoolStance, and then the barn started selling, or
Hold on.
no, we're just standing. They became distributors, and I was a little leery, so I was kind of worried about how he would do with the switch, because he had kind of started doing a lot better. So he was the last one that switched. He's been on the CoolStance for about 1.5 years now, and this past summer, summer 2012, was the best summer he's had since I got him. He was able to stay out all summer, and I don't know if you've ever been to South Carolina.
Summer's going to be brutal.
In the middle of the summer, the humidity can get up into the 100 percentiles, and the temperature gets into the 100s, and the heat index is over 100. And he was able to stay outside all summer. I did have him on 1AC and beer and some Chinese herbs, but that was very minimal compared to the stuff that I have had to do in the past. And like I said, he had no panting issues, he had no elevated temperatures over the summer, and he actually was starting to sweat again just a little. I would come out and I could find sweat marks down his mane, and actually his chest and his shoulders would feel a little damp, and he was having some sweat between his legs in the back end. And so I feel like the CoolStance has really, really helped him. We're excited to see what's going to happen this summer. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to just not do anything but
Cold turkey.
but the food.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he has really come a long way. Like I said, I thought several summers ago he was going to drop dead on us.
Yeah, that was scary.
So I'm just kind of scared to just not do anything. So we'll see what happens this summer, and we'll be glad to give y'all an update after the end of the summer. But as you can see, you know, his coat is shiny and soft. He's just sweet as can be. He's got a very easy personality. And he is an off-track thoroughbred. He did race. Stop. And he puts up with a lot of stuff. So we'll see, you know, what happens this summer with the CoolStance. But so far we've been very, very happy with the product, and the horses love it. He eats it like a pig. I like it. We mix ours with water, so I really like that we can get extra
Hydration.
hydration in them in the winter and the summer by putting as much water as you want with the food, because they eat it a little bit drier, they eat it soupy. I mean, they love the food. It smells good, and it's very, very easy to feed. And that's all he's been on, is the CoolStance, except for 2 months in the summer.
Yeah, and we do provide them with a supplement as well.
Yeah, the minerals.
The vitamins and minerals.
But I think he looks great, and he's done very well on it, and we'll see what happens this summer.
All right. Well, we'll have an update maybe after the summer.
Yeah.
Thank you.